and I the prettiest. Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? Who am I? I can't hear you. Sugar. Can't hear you. Sugar.
Yes, indeed. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Up, you wake up, you wake up, you wake up, you wake. You already know what it is. We are back once again for another rousing episode of the AM King Show. Got C in the building, the Mellow Man, the Abbott, PDC, LB. You already know what it is. Like, subscribe, share. We are here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Facebook, YouTube, and we're trying another platform this morning. We are on Twitch this morning. So if you're on my Twitch channel, you are going to see us live this morning for the next hour. And we got some stuff to talk about today. Got some stuff to talk about today, guys. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? See what it do, what it do. How's Connecticut?
Oh, Connecticut is great. I'm great. We're great. I'm out here with my dogs. Backyard, enjoying the nature, enjoying life. Being grateful for everything.
You out there cooling and the wolves is woofing.
Yeah.
Dig it, man. Yeah. If you slide back a little bit, man, I wanted to see those things behind you. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Talk about those a little bit real quick. Good morning, everybody. I see y'all coming in.
This is a gold pyramid. I put a whole bunch of crystals and stones and metals in here. And this is to negate the negative effects of the Wi-Fi and all the electricity around us. And it brings back the positive energy. Well, it's the negative ions that we need that turns into a positive energy within ourselves. It's the positive ions that we don't need that turns into negative things within our body. So this is what this does.
Man, that is dope. And you specialize in design. This. Yeah, you specialize in designing those. Right.
Yeah.
Man, that is tight. That is tight. Y'all need the crystals.
What's the ticket for them joints?
Yeah, you need the crystals. Holla at C for that. You know what I'm saying? He was asking what the ticket is on those.
This is personal. Yeah, depending on the size, they go anywhere from 20 to over 500 because of the crystals and the material.
Yep, and what you make. Right. Now that one obviously has a different property than the one that you have on your right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I like that one. That was really, really creative, man. Really dope. Make sure y'all holler at C if you need the crystals. You know what I'm saying? Healing properties. As you can see, he has the ones for positive energy, and we all about positive energy. Abbott, what's going on down in H-Town? I see the old dad hat.
Dad hat. Yeah, this is actually it's a classic. This is PAID.
Yeah.
Drawing Hammond.
Yes, indeed. Shout out PAID.
One of the pinheads. Oh. It's one of the pinheads that he had before. We always, what I'm saying? We always promoting on here.
Yeah, make sure y'all holler at PAID, the brand.
Shameless plug.
Definitely.
Get you one of these baseball shirts
Oh
from
man, look at
us.
that.
You
Look
know,
at the flavor on that one right there. Fire emoji is all we want to see. You know what I'm saying? Fire emoji. Yes, indeed, y'all. Yes, indeed. LB, yeah, smoke cane. You know what I'm saying? Cooking man.
cook that mine.
Just blessed, glad to be here. Everything's good. Didn't do too much, but just taking care of business as usual.
Yes, indeed. Rain, what's going on? Good morning, man. Beat Boys TV in the building. One of these days when you are off, sir, we need to have you and Flash Finger Flame on the show. So keep me posted, Rain, on when your freedom is. And we want to have you come on so people can see you in the physical on the AM Kings show. Normally we run music to start the show, but today it was just too much going on. And I said, you know what? We're gonna hold it off. And Fridays, y'all, mark it on your thing, y'all. Fridays, we are going to start broadcasting and playing music. You already know, top of the top, DJ Rob. What up, though? You know what I'm saying? DJ Rob, we're gonna let the air horn out on him one time. You know what I'm saying? DJ Rob always putting it down on the wheels of steel, man. You know what I'm saying? Erie legend, just like the Abbott. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? www.lfxmedia.live, y'all. We're going to definitely talking about shame plugs, Pete. This is another one. And we make sure that y'all check it out and tap in. Make sure y'all do the damn thing and go ahead and check out The Woke Show as we should be checking out. You know what I'm saying? We should be checking it out and should be tapping all the way into it. You know what I mean? Sticking with us. Always, as we say all the time, you guys are the real MVP of the show. Without y'all, there is no us, and without us, there is no y'all. So we are doing this together. Together. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you 150 million times. But yeah, let's get right into it, guys. You know what I'm saying? Today we got some things to talk about. First thing on the docket that we got here, and we're gonna go ahead and check this out real quick, fellas. Oh, if it let us, if it lets us, you know what I'm saying? Back, take us back to where we want to be. All right. So right here it says Trump deploys thousands of soldiers due to the protests. Let's take a look at the video and see what's going on.
2,000 additional National Guard troops and 700 US and the latest deployments of administration after a weekend of protests in downtown LA. US Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth announced the move on social media. He claimed they would be sent to restore order and law enforcement. The deployment is unprecedented.
Building here in downtown, and they're guarding the federal building in Westwood. That's what they're doing. So they need Marines on top of it? I don't understand that. That's why I feel like we are part of an experiment, not asked to be a part of it.
It is still unclear what US Marines will be authorized to do once on the ground. Like National Guard troops, they are prohibited from conducting law enforcement activity like making arrests. Trump invokes the Insurrection Act.
I wouldn't call it quite an insurrection, led to an insurrection. I mean, that was a lot of harm that was going on last night. I watched it very closely. And it was amazing that the job that the
for the stream imperfections. You know what I'm saying? I know we're freezing up here and there. We're freezing up. We're gonna get through it the best that we can, though. But I think you guys get the gist of what was happening there just by looking at the video. You know what I'm saying? Abbott, let's lead us off today, man, with this, and see if we can come to some type of understanding of what's really, really going on.
Yeah, are you freaking serious? A
Man,
man that has 34 felonies
Huh.
said he's going to restore order. 34 felonies.
man, 34.
I don't even
Let's
I don't
put
even
that
know
in.
where
Let's
we
put
can
that in
I
perspective,
don't even know
chat.
where we can go.
Yeah,
And this is pre-election. Pre-election. They delayed the sentencing just so he could come in and get elected. So, yeah, let's put that in perspective.
my
And
goodness.
them not being able to arrest anyone. Okay, well, th- if you let's say you got three pit bulls and you bring in, 50 to 100 people in the room with them, and just kind of just jeering at them. You know what I mean? Pit bulls gonna bite. So when them pit bulls bite, then they going to kill them. Basically,
That's exactly what they do.
it's a setup.
It's a setup.
It's a
It's a
setup.
setup. I agree with that. I concur with that, man. Definitely big explosion on that. You know what I mean? LB.
Yeah, I agree with the Abbott, man. It's a plan. They're doing this like everything else when they exaggerate situations like that. There's something else going on bigger. But they want you to be distracted on this right now because something else is going on right now also. Because
Hmm.
Marines in for that situation, there's been situations like that all the time. Why would they have to do all that now? What kind of point are you trying to prove? He just brings attention to that situation for something else that's going on. Because there's a lot of things going on right now in the world. So
A
why
whole
would you
bunch.
just single out that as the only part of news that everybody want to hear?
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said. L said. Well said. C.
You can hear me? Good. So again, yeah, a real thing, yet still a distraction. So
Mm.
people at times fall for the okie doke, and this is what fighters call pull counters. It'll look like they're off balance and standing the wrong way when they're really not. You got to pay attention to the footing to see that, oh, you're baiting me. You
Hmm.
have footing, so you're baiting me. You have footing over me. You're baiting me. Let me step back, relax, breathe, and rethink things. And people get caught up in national knowledge too much, way too much. They forget that when they come out their mother's womb, that's what they are, a being. Before they got their birth certificate and social security card and all this other stuff, you were just simply a human being.
Right. Right. No
So
doubt.
we have to remember those things.
Absolutely, for sure, for sure. Well said, brother. Brother Dan Bowes, he said, just a question. Do y'all think it's okay to tear up a city and not face consequences? I also do believe Trump should face his own consequences to his actions as well. But it was just my question to you all. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, brother Dan. Good question. No question is a bad question here. We're gonna answer that. Uh, I'll start off. Do I think it's okay? No, especially when it comes to tearing up your own community. Now, when it comes to being justified for certain things that have been when the people have been wronged in this country, and you really look at no other alternatives, you try to peacefully organize. And one thing they're not saying on these clips is how majority of the protests are peaceful. They're just showing you the people that are a little bit rogue with it. You know what I'm saying? And really, at the end of the day, they're showing more attacks on law enforcement than they're showing people tearing up the neighborhood. So I think this is a lot different than the LA riots, man. This is not the LA riots. This is something totally different, and I want us to keep clear that what you're watching is the surface, because they're going to show you stuff to bring you in to watch. You know what I'm saying? Being a person that used to be in media, used to be in television, I can tell you this: uh, television stations are there for ratings. They're not necessarily there for your feelings. I'm gonna say that again. They're there for ratings, not for your feelings. Yeah, they want you to feel some kind of emotion so you can turn back to their station and watch again, because they are in competition with NBC's in competition with ABC and CBS and Fox. And really Fox is like the smaller conglomerate. Always has been the smaller conglomerate. But those are your main channels that you see in every city, right? They're all in competition with each other, and they want you to watch. So, however they have to spin it and sensationalize it, you have to pay attention to that, because this is sensationalism at its finest. And do I think that it's okay to tear up your neighborhood? No, I don't think so. Um, and and that's the only thing I can really say about that. I'm gonna get to the panel here, but let's listen. Let's see what the chat had to say. Steelers Nation, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. You already know what it is. Simply's in the building. Good morning, brother. You already know. Great morning. Absolutely. It's always a great morning. No matter what's going on in the world, we determine what kind of morning we're having. Dismo said this, and I can relate to this, and other people in the panel and in the chat can relate to this. I had one felony and couldn't get a job for years. Now, just like KRS-One said, tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Yep. This most also said he on that list trying to distract. Yes, sir. Make sure that you guys understand that part. That part. LB, you got to answer for Dan Bose's question about, is it okay to tear up a city and not face consequences?
No, it's not okay to tear up a city anytime. Point of matter, because there's ways to solve everything. So, no, I say no. You don't tear up the city. And do I believe Trump should face his own consequences for his actions? Yes, he should. But he didn't set up a way to dodge all that shit, because that's basically what he was doing the whole time. He knew he was in trouble. He's putting all himself.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did what he did, he knew what he was going to do. He was going to get elected, make laws to exonerate all the stuff he was doing, so he can continue doing what he's doing now. It's all part of the plan. He planned that when he didn't get elected the last time.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Put that in the stocking and stuff it. Abbott, can't hear you, Pete.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the alley oop from LB. Uh, just off of the last things he said about Trump and his election from the last time. Let's go back to January 6, 2021. Uh, they stormed the Capitol building because he didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? So 5 people died, several people got injured, and where is the democratic process then? Where is uphold? Where is
Mm.
where is upholding the law then? You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
Y'all don't want it.
Nah,
Preach.
man. Come on, man. Come
Like,
on, Pete. Come on.
share, and
Yes.
subscribe. We putting this thing down.
Jesus, man. Come on. See, tell him.
Oh man, I concur with everything. And not only that, it's distraction from Trump. It's also a distraction of not going within the healing trauma, because this is
Woo.
because like this all revolves around recycling trauma. No matter
Woo.
who's in charge, right wing, left wing, same bird, same destination.
Man, come on. Come
Hmm.
on. Y'all hearing this? Thunder clapping this morning, man. Come on now. Come on now. That's big. That's big. See, come on. You already know. John, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. You already know we in here. Y'all
Brother
make sure y'all
Johnson,
tap in
yeah.
because we gonna give you the perspective that you need, not the popular perspective. I keep saying this all the time. We are not here for. Don't get me wrong. We want to have as many of y'all get along and get on board with us as possible. But our subjects, we are going to talk about necessary versus popular. We got to see what's popular out here, and we got to talk about the necessary factors in order to keep y'all grounded and keep y'all high vibes, because this type of thing is easily a distraction and can create a dysfunction. It can create a dysfunction, but the choice is still individual. You still have a choice to get up every day and say, I'm going to have a great day today, regardless of what's going on in the world. Or you can turn right around and say, I'm going to have a shitty day and I'm going to make everybody's day around me shitty. No, no, no. See, the thing is when you're around people that are on high vibration, you're going to actually push yourself away from those people that could be feeding you the right kind of food. And you're going to surround yourself around the bottom of the septic tank. I'm saying that lightly, but I'm going to say it the way it needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? Let me give
You even know what
myself
a
one of
septic
them
tank is? No
because
offense.
this is what we're doing. No, go ahead. See,
A septic tank? Oh man, you have to refer to a septic tank of all things, right?
the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's
People
it.
died from falling into a septic tank in real life.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Not from drowning either, from the smell.
The parable is there, and that's the reason why I said we have a choice, brother Devontae, CTR Zan. You already know what it is, man. You already know what it is. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning. We're gonna keep on unpacking these things as we go along. You know what I'm saying? But I did want to get into another subject here that I thought was really interesting that I came across, fellas. And I think this is conversation worthy. You know what I'm saying? And I try to add some in with you guys great content that you guys bring up to us. You know what I'm saying? Yes. 5-0. Ain't nobody died in LA. The shit crazy. Come on, Dismos. Tell them like it is, man. Dismos grew up in LA. If y'all want a perspective of somebody that he was in the riots, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? We may have to have Dismos come on this morning, man. Let me see if we can get Dismos in here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if we can get Dismos in here real quick because we gotta talk about it.
Bring the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I'm gonna link to your
Bring the
email,
noise.
brother, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to be said. You know what I'm saying? It has to be said. It has to be said, and it has to be explained, and it really needs to be put in perspective. You know what I'm saying? From somebody that actually was there. I'm thinking we may have to bypass some of our rundown and talk to Dismos. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys agree, but I think that I think it's really important. Check your
No
email,
problem.
Dismos. See if you can jump in
Yeah,
with us this
man.
morning and come on
My
in. Come
nigga
on
on.
in. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Everything is great. Everything is great until Dismos gets in here because we're gonna recycle back around to the subject and understand it from a person that understands LA and understands what Los Angeles's infrastructure is all about. But until he gets in, let's talk about this real quick, fellas, and let's keep the thing going. um, says nutrition program for Americans on food stamps at risk in the GOP bill. This came down about an hour ago, fellas, and I had to, make sure that we keep them fresh and up to speed on what's really going on. It says right here. Let me see here. It says the classes that people are having could soon end. House Republicans have proposed eliminating SNAP-ED. You know what I'm saying? The potential cut alarms program leaders who say states would be forced to pare back efforts to improve Americans' health at a moment when addressing childhood illness and chronic disease has rapidly become a major theme of President Donald Trump's domestic agenda. Supporters of the program wonder why Congress would defund efforts to teach food stamp recipients how to eat healthy. At the same time, Trump administration officials are, for the first time, approving state efforts to crack down on using benefits to pay for soda and candy. Now it says nearly 20% of U.S. children are obese, almost 4 times the rate in the 1970s before the proliferation of ultra processed food, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the nation's top health official, has called for a sweeping change to the nation's food supply. If you want America to be healthier and you're cutting SNAP Ed, I don't see how that can be done, said Turner, who is Maryland's SNAP ED program run by the University of Maryland Extension, who is with them. Okay, the cut was just one line item in the House version of Trump's massive tax and immigration bill, which passed the chamber last month. It's not yet clear what Senate Republicans will do. A spokeswoman for the Senate Agriculture Panel, who oversees SNAP, says the committee is working through the process of crafting its portion of the bill with the aim to release it in the coming days. She did not say whether the chamber would also seek to eliminate dollars to SNAP-ED. Okay, so we got basically the gist, not the gift, the gist of that particular subject. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys, knowing that SNAP has been around pretty much since we've been alive, you know what I'm saying? And we're Generation X, you know what I'm saying? And what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, top of the morning to y'all, man. What's up, y'all?
You already know, top of the morning to you, bro. Down in the Dominican Republic, it looks like it's bright, sunny, and hot.
Already. It's early in the morning. It's already beaming.
Yeah, I see that, man. Beaming
Hey,
all
man,
the way out.
appreciate y'all in the morning, man. Morning times. Y'all my wake up in the morning, wake up routine. Hold on.
There you go.
Am I back on now, right?
No, you sideways. You sitting sideways like Paul Wall. There you go. All right.
Wait, this don't do that?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay, I was trying to get the camera to get full box on.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
Man, that ride shit in LA crazy, man. It ain't, I done been there, done that, dude. That 92 rides, I was in there and done that. Hey, it is not the same. It's definitely not the same. And more that I'll be watching, I start seeing different sides and views of it. This shit is crazy, man. You don't know what to think no more.
Oh, no, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It is. Yeah, and the reason... Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just seen somebody make the argument of, like, damn, that, like, I always try to reverse like stuff, like it's try to see it from a different kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, okay, now I live here in the Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
Say the president just starts set tripping and said, I don't want no Americans in the Dominican Republic right now, right? I want y'all to round these motherfuckers up, round up all the Americans, get them out of the DR, put them on planes, and send them back to America, right? And I'm sitting here, and I ain't no criminal. I ain't did nothing. My kids is in school here. I done bought my house and the land up under me, right? But just say all that shit. They ain't tripping now. All that shit don't matter because my ass at the end of the day was born in the 70s in America. You feel what I'm saying? So right. At the end of the day, whatever you want to call me, African American, this Black American, whatever you want to call me, at the end of the day, I'm American, right? So say the president just woke up and just started set tripping one day and said, all right, I want y'all to go round up all the Americans, get their asses out of here, and get your ass up out of here, right? So now, do I sit here?
Uh-oh, he froze. Froze up. He froze up. We're still trying to get that perspective from him because you just get ready.
Oh, y'all can hear me. Okay.
Yeah. There's something playing in the background. I don't know if you got it on your speaker.
Yeah, we hear you.
You got it on your speaker. Yeah, we hear you.
You might have to put your noise
Can y'all hear me?
cancellation on.
You might have to put your noise
Yeah, we can
cancellation
hear
on.
Yeah.
you. We can't see you.
Look, we can hear you. We can't see you.
What about now?
Yeah, put your noise cancellation
Yeah,
on.
put
Yeah,
your
that's
noise
cool.
cancellation on.
Where's
Yeah,
the
Oh
that's
noise
no,
cool.
no, you
cancellation?
still
Oh no, no,
feedbacking.
you still feedbacking.
Hold on.
Let me see.
Hold on.
I hear the
Speak up to
technical
the
advisor in the
phone.
background.
Your
Like
mic
it
is
right.
way better.
Naomi.
Get it right.
Oh, it might be this Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's a
Yeah, I
It's a
speaker.
think that's what
Bluetooth
it is. It's
speaker.
a speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker.
Wait, I just cut that speaker off.
Yep.
Cause that's why I be listening to y'all on the speaker. Y'all like a real
Oh, it
radio,
sound better
a
now.
regular little radio show in the
Oh no,
morning
he's
for
still
me.
Oh no, he's still
feedbacking. I
feedbacking.
think your
Still
noise.
feedback.
As a matter of fact, jump out and jump back in.
Jump back
I'm gonna
in.
jump out and come back.
All right, cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's our boy Dismos right there. You know what I'm saying? From the West Coast, and he was definitely giving y'all some perspective on that subject with Trump. And we're gonna have him come back in and talk about it. But getting back to the SNAP benefits, now that they're tampering with that, and I think that anybody in this country that did not see this coming, wake up, and I'm gonna say wake up again. It was never meant for this to last forever. Now, the country is going to be in a bind though because so many people are depending on SNAP benefits to feed their families. What does this do? What does this do? L, because you got a store.
SNAP benefits is what the lower class people depend on to help survive, to get them to over the hump and stuff. The thing about it is, if you cut that, what alternative they gonna have next? They talking about eating healthy, but the healthy food costs more than the junk food. So that's gonna lead them to eat more junk. It's gonna lead them to be more obese and more problems that they're already talking about they're already having with the situation. So I don't understand why they would even bother it or figure out a way to make it work out. If they want to cut the program off, give them some more money so they don't have to be dependent on it.
Right, and the alternative is the key. Abbott.
Let's let's take a city like Erie, PA, right? So it's been counted in the ranks of poverty, and it's overall the average person in Erie is over the age of 70 years old. That's the average person, and most of those people are on assistance or some type of help. You know what I'm saying? So the younger people that you want to, like, no, our city ain't this, that, and the other, but it's a lot of elderly people in that city that are in those ranks of needing that help.
Sheesh.
And I saw on Facebook a lot of people were complaining about getting their food stamps stole, and it goes all the way up to the top. It was some government officials that was involved in a $66 million scheme to steal people's information and sell it to crooks.
Mm.
So this outreach that they're doing is another pulling the veil over our eyes. Like, while they got something going on, they want to try to make it seem like they want to do something nice.
Sheesh.
So yeah, that's how the thing works.
See.
Well, to quote this little toddler that was in a car seat, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Yeah, you're like, again, so if you're gonna rectify a problem, go right to the root. Sometimes you can't go to the root, you have to work your way down, comprehensible. However, though, you can't sit here and deny that the government ruined the soil where we don't have any topsoil, where we don't have
There we
trace
go.
minerals. He's back.
There we go.
Yes,
So
indeed.
to really
One
fix the
sec, Dis.
problem, you got to fix agriculture.
Audio. Mic check 1 2. I
So
can't
to
hear
truly,
nothing. Let me cut this
we
down.
hear you.
Yeah, it's all the way up.
So to
Yeah, you
truly fix the
good.
problems is to fix agriculture. One, two,
Take the
I see a play again. This is not really a distraction. This is a real problem, but at the same time they're using it as a distraction.
Let me see if that'll work.
Right.
So
Yeah, man.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a
No,
crazy
no.
situation. That
Yeah.
WHO, the World Health Organization, say he who controls the food controls the world.
Mm.
He who controls the money controls the world.
Facts. Facts.
He who controls
Facts.
the flow of information controls the world.
Still not.
To win war is won with espionage and information.
Man, that's key, man. Thank you, C. Thank you, C. That's just
This
that's
most is
just
here.
What could it be?
yeah. Dismos is there. Yep, we see him. See him. He's in there. He's trying to straighten up and fly right.
Can't hear nobody.
Oh, you can't hear nobody?
I still can't
He
hear
can hear
nobody.
you.
Yo.
You turned the Bluetooth off? Oh, he can't hear us. We can't hear Bluetooth.
Naomi,
Oh, you looking on there.
Oh, yeah, don't show me.
support.
Why is it showing me? I'm way out the way.
You went way out the way.
Tech
Right
support.
there, the camera, right there on the phone. Oh man, they probably cracking up.
My iPhone.
Yeah. And one thing we're gonna do, Pad, we're gonna keep people abreast of what's going on with
Yeah, I'm
these
trying to
stamp
unmute it.
situations.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay. Settings. That's what you need.
Most of them having tech. You gotta understand they're in the Dominican Republic, y'all. So it's a little different with their
Are the headphones
took them off.
connected? Oh.
Cause them shits wasn't working.
See the noise suppression.
Hold on, we're gonna mute Dismos for a minute until he get his thing together. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have him come back in here in a second. Yeah, but let's get to the chat real quick. Sonya, what's going on? Good morning, good morning. Misery, what's going on, brother? You know what I mean? What's happening, bro? John says SNAP is an assistance program not meant to pay for all of the food for a month. Yes, yes, indeed. I mean, yeah, we do understand that for sure. I mean, like, and that's something to keep in mind as well, which makes it even crazier that they're trying to cut it because there's so many people that are counting on it, and they know, and they're not showing an alternative. They're not showing an
Yeah.
alternative. Like that's the thing. Like if you're taking the seeds out of the fruit, if you're taking the seeds out of things that we need, you know what I'm saying? How are we having an alternative? Where's the alternative coming from? How are you going to
They don't want you to plant your own food.
right? Exactly. Yeah.
I see. Well, for because we're on social media, I'll use Nostradamus' word, hister. I see a hister play.
Yeah.
I see hister plays going on all over the place, and they've been saying this for a good 15, 20 years. They're not saying that the person that we see as president is that person. No, it's the people that's behind the president that's been there for at least 20, 30 years. These bill makers, these billionaires, they're all in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, still running things behind the scenes.
Man.
We're steadily looking at Trump. We need to get at the people that's pushing Trump to do the things that he's doing.
Right. That part. Dismos, can you hear us?
I can hear y'all now. I'm on. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Cool. There we go.
Yeah,
well
yeah.
said.
Not to take
Well
up
said. See,
I wasn't trying to take up too much time. I couldn't hear all what was going on from when I last left. But I was just saying, bro, it's just somebody will put it in a different perspective to me too. Like so say like where I was saying I'm American. I'm living in the Dominican Republic. They say they want all Americans out, right? So they say that I don't got no paperwork and all this shit, right? So they gonna kick me out, and they got the police coming to grab me and do all this ICE or whatever, right? Now, why would I go like out to the main road or something by my house or some shit and protest with an American flag on their soil and be set tripping? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if you take it back to be like, oh yeah, no, well America, Dominican Republic this island was stole from the Americans. You could do all that. I'm just saying, bro. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm out here with an American flag, burning and tearing up some shit. I'm just saying, if I'm out here burning and tearing up some shit, and I'm saying, fuck that. I want to stay right here. I deserve the right to stay right here and all that shit. That shit kind of like I'm trying to make sense of that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
like,
man.
I mean, and then I understand people gonna go back to the argument like, well, this was our land first and shit. San Diego, San Francisco, California, shit. All the motherfucking names is Mexican. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
so
man.
I understand the argument of, all right, well, you jack my shit, but I just don't see how this is gonna work. I don't see the outcome of this. I don't see how you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's well said.
Yeah,
Cause like I
yeah,
told you, I told you earlier this week, or last week, JPad, during the LA riots, man, when them motherfucking tanks came down the street, homeboy, I don't care how many AKs and Desert Eagles and all that kind of shit you got in the hood, and you whoopty whoop. First of all, first off top, them bullets ain't gonna do nothing to that tank. Second, your ass gonna run. They got way more ammunition than you do. So I always think about that part. So okay,
Mm.
say all the Crips, all the Bloods, all the SAs, everybody came together. We about to shoot this motherfucker out. How long you think that gonna go?
Not
Like
long.
just realistically on war shit.
Not
If
long.
if I have 100 guns and you got 50 of them motherfuckers, and you only shooting 20 to 30 bullets out of them motherfuckers, and I'm shooting 100 round clip at your ass with these hundreds, who gonna outdo who? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't
Right.
understand that part. I'll be looking at that part like, so I don't think it's gonna get that to that point
Do y'all
anyway.
do y'all think this? Do y'all think this? Do y'all think that we are seeing the beginning of the new era of martial law?
Yeah, that's what we seeing though. That's what's
Yeah.
gonna
no,
happen. He just want control. He want control, bro. He
He's
want
been
he
he's
no,
been
I don't
he's
think
been screaming control the whole time.
Yeah, I think he want that. I think he want that. He want that Hitler walk down the street, and I got the crew around me could do whatever I tell him to do. Dogs on, he want that. I don't know, man. This shit crazy.
Yeah, shit real crazy, man. Shit real crazy. What you think, LB? Martial law?
Definitely is, man. Because think how things are changing so quick, man. Everything's changing, and it's changing for the worse. So basically, that's basically where it's headed, regardless. So yeah, that's what
It's
it's doing.
coming.
Hell yeah, Abbott.
Yeah, it's a scary time. The same analogy I use with the pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? You get them in fear and have them, you know, barking and biting and killing, because pit bulls is killers. But just like Diz said about war, battling in war, like the U.S. has been in wars for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna last like 15, 20 minutes, an hour, 2 days. They've been rumbling
Years.
for years, and we and most, and to be honest, most of the wars that we've been in as of recently has been labeled a war on terrorism, which allows them to continue to fight and to continue to violate your rights.
Man,
When is the last time we've been in a real war?
It's coming.
Been a long been a long
man.
time.
Indeed. Indeed. Bunny.
it
What's up,
hasn't been a
Bunny? Good
real
morning.
war.
Good morning. Grand Rising, Bunny. You already know what it is. Thank you for joining the AM King Show once again. Real quickly, we're going to touch back up on the subject about the SNAP benefits. John said the average budget managed for SNAP per caseworker is in the millions a month. That money only goes so far, and that's only SNAP. Medical is triple monthly per caseworker. Cash is basically gone. And yeah. So that puts it in perspective. So somebody, John, used to work in that system, so he understands it. And thank you for putting that perspective on everybody this morning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Misery. This shit started off war. That's all these motherfuckers been doing since the beginning of time. Killing.
Hmm.
Keep that in perspective. Keep that in perspective, y'all. That's definitely some real shit. They're not new to this. No, no, no. When you have the upper hand and you are in control of things, you are in control. There's no in between. You either are or you are not. You either can or you cannot. You know what I'm saying? And we have to keep that in perspective. They are in control. They are going to dictate the narrative. No matter how much we think our freedom exists in this country, that example right there is showing you exactly how free the country really, really is. Really, really is. You know what I'm saying? Putting it in perspective. See,
Nah, I don't think martial law is gonna happen. I don't think that's happening because again, this is a distraction. By the time this blows over, something else is gonna happen, and they'll be like, "What? What? Huh? What? Oh yeah, when y'all was
mm,
talking about the riots and all that stuff, this over here. So we don't need martial law anymore because we have AI over here to control this over here. You didn't even realize that.
mm,
We
whew,
don't need martial law.
Good
We
point.
don't need a new world order anymore. We have AI.
mm. We have AI. Hmm.
So
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of
They
this is
warned this would happen. You're right, John. They warned this would happen. Anyone who voted for Trump enabled this. Woo, man. Gems and jewels coming all the way down the line here. You already know. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap, misery. You already know what's going on. Make sure y'all liking, subscribing, and sharing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, Miss Naomi. In other cities, more cities are next. Yeah, I just saw some video in Chicago where some things were going really, 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 really foul and going to the left. You know what I'm saying? So yes, other cities are coming and you're going to see that this is like a domino effect. But I agree with C on that point. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that perspective, C, because sometimes we have to really, really understand that this is the era that we're living in. There's going to be a lot of variables that are going to be coming down the line,
Hey,
and we
let me
gotta.
let me ask y'all a question too.
Yeah,
Let
go
me
ahead,
ask y'all a
Diz.
question. How long y'all think this shit like? So this is day 6 now, right? We on day 6 since they kicked
Yep.
up. How long you? How long you?
Say it again, Diz. Say it again, brother.
He said, "How long you think this thing is going to last?" It's day
Oh
6.
man, man, listen. As long as they needed
y'all.
to, as long
until
as
they
they
put
needed
another
to.
distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Until the next right,
Yep.
L. Yeah, L. Yeah, until the next thing comes down the line. You know what I'm saying? And there's something else coming down the line. Chat. Let's keep it in perspective. There's something else
Yep.
coming down the line. And you'll be like, oh, what will they think of next? Like, you know what I'm saying? You think about it. They got the Diddy
Mm-hmm.
trial going on to distract these people. You got this thing going on in LA. Now it's trickling over into other cities. That's another thing to pull you into another direction. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it's hitting for, man. You know what I'm saying? And John said this. He said, we fucked around and now we have to find out. For those who didn't vote for whatever reason, are partly to blame as well. Your vote does count. Your lack of vote is even worse. Wake the fuck up. I can dig that. I can dig that. Votes do count, but at the same time,
To an extent.
yeah, I was about to say I'm about to be a conspiracy
I'm
theorist this
with C.
morning. And
Yeah.
yeah,
To an
yeah, no, I'm
extent,
about to
and
be
there's
a
proof
conspiracy.
behind it
Let me
too.
go ahead. Let me go ahead and say this.
I'm
You know
listening.
what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Let me go ahead and say this. I'm a conspiracy theorist at this moment. You know what I'm saying? While I do agree with John, I also do believe that the election system was put in place and by design to be rigged. It's just been rigged the whole entire time. It's just in this era and in this generation, it's coming to the light, and people are starting to wake up to the fact that there is definitely some type of hoodwinking going on and it's I call me conspiracy theorist, but I believe that they know who the next president is going to be. They know who the next president is going to be after that right now. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
no
Oh yeah.
doubt.
Oh yeah.
Because
I'm
they
gonna
They
know
I'm gonna
know.
mention.
they know the trouble they starting. So they're gonna have the right president to adjust the situation when it's time for the next president to come up to deck. Okay, something's bad happening. We gotta get this guy to be the fall guy for the next 4 years. I mean, hey, we're gonna hate that guy. Now we'll bring another guy in to make up for all the stuff that we said he did to make this other guy looks like he's a superhero and shit. That's all they've been doing, man, this whole time. It's all staged.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Big
mention
facts.
a hip hop artist that has been maybe rightfully so, whatever. Be as it may, cannabis. He had a song on his very first debut album called Channel Zero, and we wonder why he had a beef with LL Cool J. Now, fast forward. Now, if you listen to Cannabis catalog, he talks a lot about the stuff that's going on right now, and the man's been blackballed. Now, what I think they did was they played upon someone's personality defects and trauma, and they played along with it so people wouldn't listen to him, so he can basically character assassinate himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yet at the same time, he has a lot. He has a shit ton of songs that he talks about how all this stuff is going on. However, though, again, I still say all of this is a distraction. You must stay with high vibes. You must stay with high vibes. Must.
You have to.
This is no question. There's just no question about it. If you
Yes,
There's a
Pat.
few books that I say that is very important to read. Behold a Pale Horse by Henry Cooper, Michael Cooper, Mr. Cooper,
Right.
and Ringmakers of Saturn. Those books are very important.
You said
Very,
something
very,
about this
very, very
before on
important.
the show. You did. You mentioned that book, that
Yes.
Saturn book. Yeah, that Saturn book. It
The the
must be something.
and I've said the moon is the bane of our existence. Now we can talk about this. This is something that we can talk about. We won't disappear because of this. Now, there's a lot going on. I'll give you a general gist of the book, yet you still need to read the book because it goes into more details and you'll be able to align it with your own life. So, NASA watched the rings of Saturn being made. They also monitored the vibrations or frequencies coming out of planets. And they monitor the frequency coming out of Saturn, going into the rings. From the rings, going into our moon. From our moon, the signal is amplified and sent to the entire Earth. What were those signals? Delta waves. What are delta waves? When you comprehend emotions, you call them waves too. And our waves, our emotions matches those kind of waves. What's the lowest frequency in terms of emotion known to man? Fear. What is that equivalent of it? Delta waves.
Hmm.
This is something that NASA scientists put in a book that NASA
Hmm.
tucked away in their archives.
Wow.
Fear leads to anger,
Wow.
anger leads to hate. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate.
Hmm.
Yet, however, though, love casts out all fear. Love is the highest vibration. Next to authenticity. You cannot have authenticity without love first, and you have to have people with you on that same wavelength of love. Then it becomes authentic, and it becomes authenticity, the highest vibration known to man.
Whew, man. That's real deal, man. See, good look on that because this is just man. Shoot, got my goosebumps jumping, boy. That's powerful shit right there, man. Like, subscribe, share.
This is
Monday, Wednesday,
scientists saying
Friday, 8
this.
a.m. Man. Yes, yes. We're not just speaking from you know, non-research. You know what I'm saying? He's not just pulling this out of the sky. This is stuff that's been documented. I mean, like this documentation, you can look this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? And you can really empower yourself this morning. But make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, man. We are here. Technical difficulties, no technical difficulties. We up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you guys go right over to lfxmedia.live from here and check out the Woke Show from there. That's right, DJ Rob, the Woke Show. Misery said, same agenda since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And ain't shit different in 40 years. Uh, Miss Naomi said, damn, I never thought of it like that. Will it be Newsom? He was certainly talking like he wants to take him on. Well, he already has. He already has taken him on. He filed a lawsuit. That's taking him on right there. That's taking him on. Like I mean, as soon as he put that paperwork into play, he was already taking him on. But yeah, y'all stick with us on these subjects, man. We're gonna definitely keep uncovering it. And it's a good thing that C was just talking about cannabis because we got one more subject for y'all before we gotta get out of here. and it's this particular subject right here, the source. And thanks, P, for this article. We're going to try to quickly unpack this one. UMG under fire for explosive lawsuits from Drake, Salt and Pepper, and more, taking the music giant to court. And it says UMG, or Universal Music Group, the biggest label in the music industry, is facing a storm of legal heat from some of the game's most influential acts across genres and generations. From defamation fights to royalty battles to master ownership disputes, the lawsuits piling up against UMG aren't just numerous, they're making history. Some cases, like Drake's, are unprecedented, while others, such as the lollipop royalty claims from producer Deasley, shine a potentially damning spotlight on long-standing industry tensions. As these cases make their way through the courts, they could shape how artists and labels do business for years to come. So we already know about Drake's lawsuit, but did you know about Limp Bizkit on a $200 million royalty showdown? How about Salt and Pepper fighting for their masters? Deasley Harrison wants his lollipop back. You know what I'm saying? Is basically saying this. Each of these lawsuits, however unique, potentially highlights different cracks in the foundation of the music business: creative control, fair compensation, reputational protection, and ownership rights, all vital to an artist's livelihood. Pay attention to all of you in the music business. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Or pen attention, like Dismo said. You know what I mean? Like real rap. And basically, you know, these things are like crazy. It's crazy that we're into this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna jump right ahead, and show you guys this video to support that. You know what I mean? Perspective. This is Jada Kiss, and you guys take a listen to this because he had a lot of important shit to say.
In 1,500 streams spin on one record sale or something. That whoever the made that up, they hate us. Scam. The numbers 1,500 streams is one spin on one record sale or something. That ain't that.
When I got out of the music business, whoever wants to still be in it, that's fine. But I'm out of the music industry.
You guys get the gist.
Basically, he's saying niggas been getting robbed forever.
Yeah, this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Basically, he's just saying niggas been getting robbed.
Yeah.
The whole entire time.
And
They were.
All of our heroes, the people that we thought was really getting to it and getting at it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Even going across different genres. You got Limp Bizkit in there. You got all kind of different type of people in there. You know what I'm saying? The chat says this. Mars said, I ain't hear none of that. Well, unfortunately, the technical difficulty is what it is, man. But we kind of like can break it down for you what they was talking about. Basically, they was saying that there is no money in streaming. None. Zero. You know what I'm saying? And the way that they've packaged up this new, form of releasing music and distribution. Fat Joe said it. Master P said it. Jada Kiss said it. Snoop said it. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely diabolical, man. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, our stream is definitely lagging this morning, so we appreciate y'all staying with us and being patient. But go ahead, see.
My question is, what's going on? Because I know from personal experience, when I released my album, I got about close to 4,000 streams, and I got like $30 from that. So I'm like, huh? It's like, what's going on with y'all? I know what I did. What y'all didn't do?
Right. Because if you sold that, even if you just sold that album for 99 cents, if you sold it physically or went to your own platform and sold the album without putting it on the DSP, which is the digital streaming platform for those of y'all that need to know, that would be 4 grand. That'd be 4 grand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's make it make sense. They duped a lot of us into saying that this is the only way that you guys are going to be able to eat, and that's not eating. You know what I'm saying? If some of our top heroes are telling you out of their own mouth that this game is rigged and is juiced up and it looks good and everything, you can distribute and release your own music. Yeah, we still use the DSPs, but I always say that all the time. Do not regulate yourself to DSPs alone with your music. You own the rights to your music. You can sell it. You can sell it anywhere the hell you want to, as long as you got your stuff registered, as long as you got your stuff protected. You can sell your music anywhere. But that's why I always encourage the artist to get a .com, get a website of your own. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a website of your own today, I can't say it no other way. I can't say it no other way. Get yourself a website. Get your own website, because when you have a website like that, then you're like Facebook.com. Then you're like Instagram.com. Then you're like UnitedMasters.com. Then you're like these other distribution outlets. You know what I'm saying?
You become your own record store. You're your own record store.
I'm trying to tell you, Dismos and me got our own website. Pete got his own website.
Dismos.com. Go
Absolutely.
to Dismos.com. I'm proud of my fucking website. That motherfucker been hitting for
Absolutely.
years.
And if you don't, and if you do not have your PRO, if you do not have your PRO, let me say this to everybody that's on there, because I look at my PRO all the time. That is ASCAP.com. I know what songs are registered in there. I know what songs are registered in there. I'm approaching 500 songs in my ASCAP. You know what I'm saying? So I know what songs are registered in there properly. And then there's other entities that make up royalty collections. It's not just DistroKid. It's not just United Masters. There is Sound Exchange. There is Song Trust. And these things are purposely being pushed away from y'all for y'all to sit there and look at it like this is the only way we're making money. No. They even have the option for you to make physical copies of your shit still. They still have ways for you to make money off of your music. There's sync licensing. There's all kind of different types of opportunities that you can get yourself involved in. Is it easy? No. Is any part of this business easy? No. This is a daily grind and daily struggle. And you got to remember this. Everybody in the world, let me say this again. Everybody in the world is doing the same thing that you're doing right now. Right now. So the struggle ain't just on our end. I talked to my boy Loic in Guadeloupe. The struggles is way worse with them than it is with us. So imagine my boy Sign in Germany. The struggles there for them collecting royalties is way worse. It's way worse. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some reaction though from the panel. Abbott.
Man, everything you just said is what I want to say. You LFXmedia.live it's our own domain, and it's a radio station. So it's one directory out of thousands of directories. So when you send us your music, that's why we're telling you, make sure it's protected, because we have to report the music that we play on LFX Media. And when I report it, then it goes to ASCAP, and they send him a penny, send him a penny, send him a penny. So if you got 10,000 directories it's hard work, yeah. But if your music is listed in 10,000 directories, those pennies are going to turn into 10,000 pennies, and you might get $1,000 in one day. Now that's from hard work. It doesn't come,
No,
just
it
like
does
that.
not.
But I just wanted to, just retouch on that. But let me talk backwards about this UMG case. I'm gonna talk backwards. I'm gonna start with yesterday, the BET Awards. Kendrick snagged 5 more
Mighty, come get
awards.
Shinobi.
Um, let's go back to the Grammys. He grabbed 5 Grammys. He got the Super Bowl appearance, and that all of this is now there's several cases UMG is fighting. Salt and Pepper, Limp Bizkit, all of these cases will be settled out of court probably. And we probably won't know the dollar amount that it's going to go for, but it'll be settled out of court. We didn't know what Taylor Swift settled for, but she got her
She
masters,
sure
didn't
did.
she? And then she hit a tour and made $1 billion off of the reworked songs that she did, which I thought was genius. We'll talk about Taylor later on as well. But this UMG case with Drake, when people think it's over and oh, the battle, he smashed Drake, da, 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 the main words we got to remember is A minor. A minor. He said that walking on the Grammy stage. Now we walking forward. He said that to Drake on the Grammy stage. You know what I'm saying? A minor, which is derogatory, and it's something that UMG set up to play for all of this to go into effect. So if Drake happens to win, and then you got to look at the Super Bowl appearance, you got to look at the Grammy, you got to look at the BET Awards, you got to look at the streams he received. Like, this could sink UMG's battleship if they lose this case with
Man,
Drake. It could sink their battleship because they have the whole industry in the chokehold. UMG is the biggest. Drake has up to this point been the biggest artist, so they're fighting against themselves, and basically I believe they shot themselves in the foot. Stay tuned.
no doubt, no doubt. Real quick, I'm just going to put a couple of our chats comments in here. You know what I'm saying? Misery said this. He said this shit slick still going on. A record contract sometimes is not good. It can be a hold on you. That's why some folks don't like signing they own folks. Then you can't move freely, or I might be taking your money, all kind of different shit. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And I apologize again, simply if you couldn't hear it. But they were saying some very, very key shit. And Misery even went on to say this. He said, sometimes it makes me not want to be an artist. This game is so damn savage, and thieves take everything from you. Motherfuckers just know you, but you broke as hell. So damn disrespectful. True. And that is crazy, Bunny. That is crazy. Streaming services definitely take most of your money. Streaming numbers don't add with music spins. Absolutely not. When it's a fraction of a penny, a small, tiny decimal riddled fraction. It's a decimal riddled fraction. So you got to look outside of the box and not just look at streaming. That's just one source of income. Yep, you're right. Simply, no, it's been clear since then. You're right. Absolutely. Nope, there's no truth or trust in this industry. Miss Sherry, good morning. Thank you for joining the AM King show. Make sure you guys are sharing the show out because we're talking about the stuff that really counts out here. John says streaming is a waste of time for anything but gaining exposure. 1 million streams equals 4K in 4K in compensation. Only real way to make real money is live performance and selling merch. That's how most of these people are making their money. That's without question. They're touring, and that's even getting tight because everybody's trying to tour. Now that money's starting to dissipate because you have so many people trying to get on stage because they know that's where the real bag is. It's not meant for everybody to get that bag. How do you combat that? Well, one way that you can do it is you can start streaming your concerts live online and charge people to watch you online, like Versus. That's Versus was the blueprint. If you guys didn't look at Versus as a blueprint and you just looked at it as an entertainment distraction during the pandemic, no, that's how artists ate. That's how they ate because you had to pay to see Versus. Unless you were just doing some bootleg streaming, you had to pay. Just like how do you think the UFC makes money? How do you think the boxing game makes money? That is where promotions really got its start as we know it as far as entertainment and sports. They had prize fights, okay? Prize fights. Let's keep that in perspective. Prize fights. It's the same thing with this music business. And I try to tell people all the time, start with a .com, make sure that you're registering your music. You can actually, even if you're paying to get on the stage, if you perform everything on stage that is in your catalog in your PRO, you can get a check by just turning in the information for that performance. Facts. You ain't gotta fact check me on that. You can go to your PRO and find it out for yourself. And then people will look at us like we crazy because we don't want to play around with people that don't got it. No, we don't, because it's not going to help all of us. If we're trying to help each other, you know what I'm saying? Listen, for real. I can't stress it enough. I want to see all of us win, but we got to start finding alternatives because this thing is a sea of shit. It's a sea of shit. A sea of shit. Okay. Excuse the pun. See. But but you know what I mean. Like it's crazy, man. L tried his hand at managing. He'd tell you how wild this shit really is. How much research did you have to do when you was doing it, L?
Man, it was like what shit. I don't know. It was like almost like what, almost a year?
It was
Almost a
like
year
it was like a full-time job, wasn't it?
just to get the paperwork, just to have all the contracts and all the other shit. I didn't know what contract to pull out for what gig we was doing, and I had to talk to these people. I had to figure out what I had to say and how to approach them. And oh god damn, yeah, that was the movie right there. It ain't
Yeah,
none of
man.
these shit, man. Now I'm just doing it in my spare time. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a den of thieves. You ain't never lied, Bunny. It's true. John said the pool is too deep and not enough high-level talent in it. It's past that, in my opinion, John. But let me say what else you said. Not everyone who makes music is going to make money. It's like the PGA, millions golf, few are good enough to make a living at it. It's that way in sports and entertainment, flat out. Flat out, flat out. I agree. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough, even the high level talent is not making money. That's the whole point that they was getting at right there. Even the high level talent is not making money. You go look at some of the people that were successful, they branched off into other things. Master P started other businesses because he realized that there was no money to be made in the music industry. Limp Bizkit is suing UMG for $200 million for royalties. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like we're really, really, really seeing the explosion of this music industry as we know it. You know what I'm saying? There is no union, so artists aren't protected from anything. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say what kind of money you are determined to make in this business? I tell people all the time, yes, I'm a lifer with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what God blessed me to do. But by no means is my day to day easy. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? We're always trying to find different ways to make this music make us some money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, too many people placing all their eggs in one basket. Misery said, John, that's correct. Misery said, everyone don't know you can get paid separately just for turning in info. No, that's why we're exposing it here. That's why I'm exposing it here, because now that we have this platform, it's the perfect opportunity. And thank you, P, for bringing this damn subject, because it's about time that we really pull the wool off of people's eyes. Dismos can tell you the best. You know what I'm saying? This man got songs with Easy E. You see the plaque on his wall. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like, come
and,
on.
and that dude right there, that dude changed that plaque right there changed my whole mind frame on the music business. Cause I was around on the day on the days when fucking Cube said, "Fuck this contract shit ain't right, man." When NWA broke up, that was our what you say blueprint on how we should have been moving. Everybody should have been moving after Cube moved. Cube was the first nigga that said, "Man, this shit ain't right. Man, fuck this shit." He left.
Right.
When he left, his life been straight ever since, bro.
Message, just like Bunny said, message. You know what I'm saying? Bunny said this, damn, folks good at getting and putting their hands on other people's shit. It's flat out den of thieves. Yeah, it's a den of thieves. And Misery just said this, I'm under BMI, so BMI pay you for shows, but you have to turn in the information. Thank you, Misery. Thank you. That's one way that you can create another stream of income for yourself when they don't want to pay you to be on the stage. They know everybody's not going to make money. That's why the hip hop got showcases. That's why we are regulated to showcases. We don't have concerts. We have showcases. Think about that. Think about that. Even the producers have showcases. I know I was in a Street Execs producer showcase. I was in a couple of them. I was in the Producers Beat Auction. That's a showcase. It's called the Producers Beat Auction, but who's the guarantee that somebody's going to buy something right then and there if you say your price starting off at the bid is this? You know what I'm saying? Our people have been conditioned to expect something for nothing. Okay, let's put it all out on the front line. Our people have been conditioned to expect something for nothing. For nothing. You know what I'm saying, Pete?
Yeah, Wu-Tang will be here Saturday, and it'll be the final chamber. You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened with all 9 of them just struggling to get their money. You know, each one of them kind of dropped independent projects, but you know how hard it is to make money on your own. But imagine 9 men together trying to get checks. So when they come here Saturday night, I don't know which all members will be here because they've always been,
Peace, brother.
in and out.
Thank you, Dis.
They've always been in and out.
Thank you, bro.
For sure. They've always been in and out. But I will tell you this: Raekwon Raekwon and Meth, they're doing an appearance after the concert. They're doing an after party at a club called 5015. It's one of the popular spots. Another way for them to get a check.
These are things, but see what people are not understanding also, and I broke it down before, and I didn't say it really clear, but I'm gonna say it clear to y'all again today. I'm not a manager. I'm not a music business guru. I'm learning just like y'all, but I do know this. In order to make a music business successful, you have to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 different departments have to be moving like a well-oiled machine in order for you to see the success that you see some of these people, quote unquote, having. Everybody's not successful that you see on the red carpet at the BET Music Awards. What I mean successful, I mean financially successful. They're actually slaves to this new regime of the music business. They actually have to work until they get bags under their eyes. They got to do 40 to 50 dates a year at least. The Roots, I know at one point in time, were playing 200 dates. 200 dates a year. 200 dates a year, man. Go look it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's up with RZA? Bunny said, Podge, what's up with RZA? Now the RZA is yeah, he's the guy that formalized. Y'all have to understand this too. If you watch the Wu-Tang American Saga, they made it clear that RZA and the Genius were the first 2 out of the Wu-Tang to actually have real record deals, and those record deals fell flat on their face.
Bobby Digital.
Yes, indeed. Slaves for the music business. It's really, and being an independent artist is that much more difficult. Like I said, if you do not have those 11 different departments running in a well-oiled machine, it's going to be difficult. And then people look at you like you're not doing enough. Well, I can't spread my tentacles that thin. You know what I'm saying? I have to be the beat man because that's what I am. Somebody else has to be the manager. Somebody else has to be the PR. Somebody else has to be control of digital marketing. Somebody else has to be in control of these of the live shows and being there's different managers. You know what I'm saying? There's different managers. There's your day-to-day manager, then there's your road manager, then there's your manager of your social media accounts. You guys think it's just these people posting, and they got somebody else maintaining and micromanaging their social media accounts. That's why you can't get to them. That's why if you want to talk to an artist, that's not the person you need to talk to. You need to talk to the manager. You need to talk to the day-to-day manager. You know what I'm saying? But the only way, the only way that they understand you is if your paperwork is in order. Everything. And it's not easy when it's just you. When it's just you. Then I got to dedicate certain hours to just posting social. I got to dedicate certain hours to making sure that all my paperwork is straight. That is not an easy thing to do. What you guys got to understand. Yes, Sherry, Prince. Now, Prince is a great example, but you guys do not understand. Prince had a massive team behind him. A massive team that you never heard about. You never heard about these people because, see, people want to see people succeed, but nobody really wants to get involved on the business side. Nobody wants to get involved on the business side. They just want to sit back and watch you. Oh, let's see if he makes it. And then you want to be around after that. But what is making it in this day and age? You have to ask yourself that question. Because if you can't answer that, or if you have an idea of what, everybody's got a different idea of what making it is. Identify your end game. That's why we always talk about CPLB. We always talk about identifying your end game, no matter what business you're in. But we're talking about the music business right now. We're talking about the music business right now. And the music business is shifty, is shady. There's a lot of dysfunction in it. And it's all unraveling now based off of what P just said. You know what I'm saying? It's all unraveling. And thank you, Bunny. She said, I'm addicted to the AM Kings. Man, that's what we're here for. And we're here to make sure that we're all in the know. John, everybody, thank you. Thank you. John said, I get 500 per gig, 3 hours a gig. Think about how long it will take me to make that streaming. I'd rather perform 8 times a month. Not also not every genre has opportunities like this. You are absolutely 110% correct. Because if I show up on stage with one of these, I might make some money. If I show up with one of my instruments, I might make some money. But if I just show up with a microphone in my hand,
kaboom. Guess who stepped into the room? I think he froze up.
I didn't freeze up. Oh, he's there.
I thought you was froze.
I froze myself because I froze myself.
You in the mode right now.
Man,
you focus.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. He not. Wait. Wait. Oh, he not. Okay. What I was gonna say was, we also got to comprehend that there really are gatekeepers when it's in the music industry, and the gatekeepers are even more stringent than they are with electing presidents. To put that in perspective, because remember, everything starts with a vibration. It cannot happen here unless there's a vibration first. What is music? A vibration. It controls everything.
Yes.
Look at the state of music in terms of who's presented as number one, and look at their catalog and what their music brings. The principles that they talk about, the scenarios that they consistently talk about. Then ask yourself a question: what is the state of the world? Right after that, does it mirror? Maybe not. So,
I gotta
real quick. So I say, this is where you form a community where we are completely in charge of every single thing. That is the only way to negate the gatekeepers, because for you to sell that much, to be that big, and to have a certain type of voice, and no one, I repeat, no one will outsell Metallica and ticket sales and worldwide. No want, and they're not hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
They were in a time where metal was the genre that they wanted to push,
Yeah, the cookie
and
man is
after that,
definitely
they
high.
wanted to put. Yeah,
You talking about
he up
me?
there. He up there.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Man,
Froze for real.
the smoke's still billowing over there, bro. Right.
He
He
froze for
froze for
real though.
real.
yeah, yeah,
Mid smoke.
Swear to God, but man, listen, man,
yeah.
you're right. Everybody in the chat, you guys are putting in great information. Misery, you cannot blame yourself for missing main keys. We all are missing certain pieces, but that's why we're here in a network and we're trying to help each other one step at a time. If I can share your shit out, you can share my shit out. We can work together and make music together. We can do that's a start. We have to start the foundation somewhere and then find other people that are like-minded like us that want to do those other departments. That's the problem. Everybody wants to be the chief. Nobody wants to play, and they
Mm-hmm.
think that it's Indian on the other side, but y'all don't even know songwriters make more money than everybody that's like us.
Yeah. Cameron said it best himself. He said, "Man, if I would have known now, I would have stuck this ghostwriting back then."
Absolutely, absolutely. John just said something key. For whatever reason, people seem to pay for what I do rather than hip hop. Absolutely, because you come with a band. A band is a clear indicator that you know what I'm saying. It's a
That
clear
this is what you
indicator.
do.
This
This
is
is what
what you
you
do.
do.
Yeah, and for them, what rather than hip hop, you know why? Because hip hop is the most popular genre on the face of the planet. You don't even have to take my word
Yeah.
for it. Go look it up. There's hip hop artists in every nook and cranny of this damn world. And to be honest with you, and brutally honest with you, a lot of people are not going to make it. That's just it. Never. What y'all thought that Jay-Z was tripping when he said, "City, it's a pity half of y'all won't make it." And he's just talking about in life. He wasn't just talking about just being in New York. You know what I'm saying? And C could talk about that. Just being in New York itself, as densely populated as New York is, you can't tell me that everybody is going to get the good old American slice of pie. No, you cannot. But hip
Mm-hmm.
hop, we can correlate that to hip hop itself. The genre of hip hop is so oversaturated and it became so popular that they even don't know exactly how to make it work for everyone. You have to find clever ways to make hip
Mm-hmm.
hop work for you as a lifestyle, as a culture. That's what it is. It's not a music, it's rap music. Rap music is an element of the culture and lifestyle of hip hop. And it got these names misconstrued all the way down the board. And I'm tired of it because it really is something that is fucking everything up in the ecosystem. It's all the way since we didn't claim no ownership of it as a people, we
That's why
play
my
by
album's
other
the way it
people's
is.
rules. We
That's
play
why
by
my
other
album the
people's
way it
rules.
is.
No, not even a piece of the apple, Sherry. Nope, nope. Yep. And look, John said, or even when I go out with just my guitar and looper solo, he's gonna make more money than you are trying to
It's
spit
true.
your bars, drip sweat on the stage, and come away with nothing. Nothing. And not only that, but half of the crowd in these showcases is up next. So half the crowd is up next. How are you developing a fan base from peers? You're not going to do that. You're not going to do it.
Oh my God, moment. It's funny, but not funny. I'm about to perform. I'm saying, yo,
Mm-hmm.
you up here next. All right. Give me a second.
Yeah. No, I paid $100 one time, fellas, to be on the stage at a fully capacitated venue. I looked out in the crowd when I was rapping and I said, holy shit, this is the Jedi mind trick that these showcase people
Oh,
understand. You don't realize you think you're playing in front of this large ass crowd, but you do not understand that 90% of the people either came with somebody that's on the stage or they're up next.
I remember.
Whew. Man, do you? Man, do you? P P gets the applause for the day, man. Like,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's becoming to a point where it's like you're not doing this because you love music. You're doing it because you love money.
whoo,
That's right, because they was
good
butt
lord.
nasty.
We needed to have this
Ooh, and the love
conversation.
of
We
money.
needed to run over extra today because this is a subject that's very impartial
Mm-hmm.
to me. And I know we talk about a lot of different subjects because even I, being a guy that's on the Hip Hop Wall of Fame in Pittsburgh, I know that there's more to life than just the culture and lifestyle of hip hop. It's how you live, period. It's not just what KRS said, what rapping is something you do. Hip hop is how you live. Hip hop is dysfunctional as shit. So we have to also start looking at other
Mm-hmm.
parts of life. That's why we're talking about finances. That's why we're talking about health. That's why we're talking about what is really, really going on in this country and abroad. That's why we talk about Ibrahim Toure. You know what I'm saying? That's why we talk about these things. If we didn't get to our whole entire rundown today, money is the root of all evil. You ain't never lied, Sherry. Say it again.
No, it's the love of money. It's
It's not
not
money,
money.
it's the
It's
love
the
of
love
money. I
of
agree.
money. Is
I
the
agree. I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, and real quick, like 20 seconds, and that passage right there is not talking about literal money. It's talking about power. Because if you was to break it down, you're going to say that so evil didn't exist till money existed. No, because evil was here before money
Mm,
existed. So what does money represent? Money represents power. The love of power is the root of all evil. What does power do? Power corrupts. What does absolute power do? Corrupts absolutely. How do you negate that corruption? Principles, standards, character, morale, love, care, patience, long suffering,
whew.
temperance.
Preach.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Oh, I got one for you. I got one for you, Pat. Um, I'm not going to run down the whole story because we don't have a lot of time, but I experienced this front end, back end when I was 16, 17 with Luke Skywalker and Rakim. I seen Rakim, was on the stage with him, you know what I mean, before Paid in Full even came out. But Luke Skywalker just got his master's back last year for some stuff that it was Luke Skywalker Records, but the guys who performed, which I met uh, Fresh Brother Marquise in Atlanta, and he told me he wasn't allowed to perform under the name Two Live Crew. He had to perform as Brother Marquise of the Two Live Crew. But you see how this comes back. You like what C was saying, you want to be around people with good energy and people with
Mm.
love. Luke Luke can't he didn't come down here with love. You know what I'm saying? Rakim got on the stage even though he didn't get his back end. He said, I'm here for the love of the music. Luke and Two Live Crew sat in the stands and watched. You ain't got my back end, I'm not performing. And I get the business end of it, but you just now getting your masters last year, and both of the artists have passed on. They're both deceased now. They
Yeah,
didn't
make
even
it
get
make
to see
sense.
this transpire. Make it make sense. And then Luke Skywalker, you stole your name from George Lucas.
Which he had to go through a whole shenanigans about that
Yeah.
to
Make it
make it
make
make
sense.
He
sense.
stole your name from Luke, and then he robbed H Town. He discovered H Town.
Oh,
Actually, let me tell y'all real quick what happened. So the performance we did with Rakim and Two Live Crew, in the contracts, if you come up with that back end within 90 days or something, the artist has to come back and perform. And that's what happened with Luke. The guys that I was with who was doing the promotion came up with the back end. Luke had to come back and perform, and in that performance, he discovered H Town, the R&B
Woo.
group, and stuck them up.
The
Ooh,
habit.
it's deep. It's deep.
It's the habit. Like, subscribe, and share, man. We
stick
are
up the
on.
kids, boys to men like he Michael Bibbins.
Where's the
Did you
passion?
read the contract?
Oh man, man, did you read the come on, come on, come on, come on.
Did you read the contract?
Hell
Man,
no,
listen,
I'm a
listen.
dotted line.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This that's why we're talking about this, Bunny, because this is a business. It has music business behind it. You know what I'm saying? Not meant to be fair, John. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Sherry, where's the passion and respect? It has been purposely sunken down to the low vibrational level. That's why you see the type of music that you see now in our music. I'm not speaking about other genres. I'm speaking about us. The reason why you see it is because the culture has been purposely stripped and pimped. Stripped and pimped. I can't stress it enough. That's why we're
because they
oh
infiltrated
no,
it.
they
I'm
did. They
listening.
infiltrated it. That's exactly the reason why.
Because they knew what was going on with metal. They heard the song that they were playing in metal, and they saw the metal concerts. People were actually healing. People were healing in metal
Mm,
concerts, and it was like, "Now we can't have people heal. We can't have that. What's going on with hip hop world? What's going on?" Okay, we got Public Enemy. Okay, we got
yep.
NWA. Well, what, Public Enemy. The people are actually becoming better. Well, NWA, they starting to do more dumb shit. Let's produce NWA. Not saying that NWA was a bad group. They're a good group because they were just projecting the things that they were going
And
through
they
in those
actually had a
moments,
had an
which is all
agenda
fine and dandy.
and a vendetta with the police and police
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
brutality,
that
and that's
yeah,
one of the main things that NWA represented.
yeah, but it was portrayed to the people in a negative
Exactly.
fashion. They were just trying to say we're fed up with
That's
this
how the record
bullshit.
labels packaged it to make it seem like these are just some
Yeah, so
thugs
when
and these.
so they was like so they had a secret meeting where it was like, well, we're gonna push this narrative where we can get people in jails, we can get this, we can get that from this stupid shit that they're doing within
Man,
music.
come on, man, come on, low hanging fruit. Yeah, 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 low hanging fruit. You ain't never lied. It's not meant to be fair, and it's really. You think about it. Today's agenda. I looked at a majority of the hot rappers here in Pittsburgh, and a majority of them, yes, sir, K with the spade. Okay, the K of spades.
The
But
Kang.
no, the Kang, bang. But no, here, Sherry, I'm gonna put it in perspective. All of our top rappers here in the city have an agenda with their music that is street related and negative towards our own people. We talk about selling drugs to our own people. We talk about disrespecting women. We talk about disrespecting men. We talk about disrespecting different neighborhoods. We talk about these type of things in our music. I'm looking at these young cats right now. Our top 5 rappers that are here in the city of Pittsburgh, every last one of them is masked up, got guns in their video, and the whole entire agenda is low vibrational, and they don't even understand what exactly it is that they are doing. They don't know exactly. Yes, indeed.
That's why my
I
album
remember
is
you
the
did
way it
that, Bunny. I
is.
was in the crowd. You did do the opening act for Public Enemy and Third Base in the '90s. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? You was up there with Kev and them. Yep, I remember that. I remember that completely. You know what I'm saying? Like it was yesterday. You know what I'm
That's
saying? That's
phenomenal.
what turned me on to Public Enemy is when they came to Erie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all we're glorifying. We're glorifying getting at each other instead of getting with each other. I said getting at each other versus getting with each other and building and putting our vibration
And
and
healing.
healing and putting our vibration high. You know what I'm saying? See, got the crystals up there. What do you think they're sitting there for? You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why we're exposing these things to y'all, because we want y'all to be healthy here so you can be healthy here and you can be healthy all the way around the board. But yes, guys. I think that was a great chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna get back to the funnies and some music and stuff on Friday, but we ran way over our time. So for C, the Mellow Man, LB, y'all have a fantastic day, man. Y'all be blessed and stay high vibes and stay in the light no matter what you see going on in this world and how many things that they try to throw your mental into another space. It is up to you. It is up to you. And I'm going to say it again. It is up to you. You control your narrative. You control your behavior. You control everything about yourself. It's not about what people are doing to us. It's how we're reacting to these things. It's how we react to it. But y'all be blessed. AM King Show. We out of here. We will see you guys on Friday. Peace.
Woke
LFX
show.
Go to the
Media,
woke
live.
Woke
show.
show coming up. We got a K
Let's
dot
go. Let's
mix.
go. Yes, Kendrick
Come
Lamar,
join us
man.
for the K dot
Go
mix.
check it out now.